Welcome back. This is the Whiskey Couch.
And I am Gustav.
And I'm Elna.
And we are watching Whiskey Tasting and Food Pairing Review number 208.
That's right.
And it is the fourth one in this bracket that we are doing on 18-year-old whiskies. So we have already done Bonnehaven, Highland Park and Deanston. And the fourth one today is the Springbank. 18-year-old from the Springbank Distillery.
And this distillery was founded in 1828.
This is what it looks like. That is the distillery right there. You can see the floor maltings happening there. And Elna, this is one of the very few distilleries in Scotland where everything from malting to bottling happens at the distillery.
Okay.
And that is quite nice. This is our map. So we have the Highlands and the Lowlands and the very famous Islay right there. And then next to Islay is Campbelltown. And right there in the coastal town over there, we've got 3 distilleries. And those 3 distilleries, Glengyle and Springbank and Glen Scotia on Campbelltown. So we will most probably have a coastal maritime influence in this wonderful Springbank whiskey, owned by Springbank Distilleries, J&A Mitchell. And that is about what we want to say, Elna, about the distillery.
Also, the distillery, yeah.
But the bottle, what do we want to say about the bottle?
Bottle, we want to say that it's got an ABV of 46%.
Which is nice, and also unchill filtered natural color, which immediately makes me a fan. Free of artificial coloring, non-chill filtered, and a whole lot of information. 46% Springbank.
I would say that the color is like copper. Deep copper.
And this time we can actually trust the color,
yes,
because there's no coloring added. So what we see here is a product of cask maturation, which includes mainly ex-sherry casks and then a little bit of ex-Bourbon casks.
Good.
And Springbank, our children stay in Northern Ireland. So that is right about here. You can actually see Islay and Campbelltown from the coast in Northern Ireland where they stay. And earlier this year when we visited, we almost went to Campbelltown because it's 1 hour by special boat ferry. So maybe next year we will visit Campbelltown and all 3 of those distilleries. Okay. So here we go, Elna.
Sláinte.
Sláinte, we're going to start with the nose. I'm going to see if I can get some legs going. Springbank 18. Here we go. Maybe the legs are forming there. I will have to put on my glasses to see that.
I can see them.
Can you see them?
Yeah, I can see them, yeah.
So they're going.
They're going there.
Yo!
I love the nose.
I'm getting a lot of vanilla suddenly. Citrus vanilla, rich citrus vanilla. That's a surprise. I didn't get that when we prepared for this.
No, I would rather say creamy sherry.
And the creamy sherry is beautifully blended and integrated.
And honey, lots of honey.
Ripe berries.
And chocolate.
Herbs. There's a herbiness and an earthiness.
Wonderful.
There's just a hint of Christmas spices.
I must say the sherry and the chocolate and the honey is more prominent for me.
Nuts. I'm getting nuts now.
But it's a beautiful nose.
I tell you one thing, apart from the Bonnehaven nose, this could be my next favorite nose out of the 4.
Yeah.
Are we getting coastal influence yet on the nose? Not as much as I
not yet.
expected.
Not yet for me. But maybe we must taste.
Let's go. Full-bodied, salty, rich,
Interesting.
earthy, savoury,
Oily. It is.
long finish,
Yes, but the light smoke. Now I get the light
smoke and a bit of spiciness.
But also sweet fudge.
Yo.
The sherry and the honey is not that prominent as it was in the nose. It's not that prominent, but interesting, the light smokiness for me.
Spiciness, it's almost like a bit of tropical fruit, like caramelized banana, but sprinkled with nutmeg and ginger. Coconut hidden way back. Salty licorice.
Oh yeah.
The salty
Definitely
licorice and
salty
the
licorice.
spiciness is on the foreground for me. Sometimes also what we had to eat before
Also influences.
can influence, so you might not get the exact same profile experience, flavor profile experience than, you know, if you do it again tomorrow. But what a beautiful dram this is. Long, sweet, peppery finish. That is what I'm getting.
And
So let's add water.
still the light smokiness.
But very faint.
Very, very young.
Not as much as the long row whiskies from the same distillery. And then of course the Hazelburn range also from this distillery, but without any peat influence. The long row is the range from this distillery, of course, which is the most peaty one. There you can see the effect of the water that we've just added. Let's see what happens after the water.
I get strawberries now. That I didn't get the strawberries previously, but now I get
And
strawberries on the nose.
for me there's more sherry, but
Oh.
still the saltiness and still that licorice, that earthy licorice
Yeah.
on the palate. It's beginning to open up now with the water.
More salty. I would say salted fudge. I get salted fudge.
Caramelized banana, sherried berries. What will be the summary?
This is good.
I think for me, previously when we sort of prepared for the video, it was better without the water, but today for me it's better with the water.
With the water.
It shows you how your palate, this palate experience can change.
I like this one. I really like Springbank. Even if they, with that slightly smokiness, I like it.
Very good.
I like it.
Very, very good.
It can
But
be
I'm
my...
beginning to sort out my preferences, I must say. I'm beginning to sort out, because out of the 4 in this bracket, they're not all as good for me. So our summary video will be interesting when we reveal which one is really our favorite.
I think I can also make a choice now.
It is beginning to take shape. So the price in South Africa, 1,800 Rand and around £80 in the UK.
Okay.
Which will probably be about $120. And the Whiskey Couch is the place where whiskey and food come together. Today in smoky, salty, earthy harmony. Because the slight saltiness, the herbiness, the earthiness, and the slight smoke in this dram calls for what we have chosen right here. A smoked knackwurst and smoked chorizo with cheese cubes and dressed with avocado hummus. And I think this is going to be fantastic. Smoked German sausage, smoked Italian sausage, earthy avocado hummus, cheese cubes. Elna, what are you going to try out of this whole lot here?
I'll try.
Are you going to go with the German sausage?
I'm going with the German sausage.
And I'm going to go with, we're going to skip the cheese for now. I'm going to go with the smoked chorizo and the avocado hummus.
It definitely opens up some more flavors.
I'm getting
more saltiness.
Now I'm getting coastal influence. I'm getting that typical fishing town on the coast.
Definitely more.
As I know it.
More saltiness.
More sherry is beginning to appear.
It is as if that light smokiness is not that prominent now.
All right.
With the pairing. I do not pick that up as I did before.
So the pairing snack is influencing.
I think it's influencing.
I must tell you one thing. I'm enjoying this pairing tremendously.
You're going to try the cheese now. But I love them.
Cream cheese cubes.
I love the sausage with this.
I think this is the bacon, smoked bacon cream cheese cube that I've got.
Okay, so the smoked bacon can definitely pair with a whiskey.
The creaminess with that salted licorice, it just fills in all the gaps. It's not really enhancing one of the elements of the flavor profile, but it just sort of fills in the gaps. And I'm salivating just because of this experience.
So I would say this pairing is phenomenal, because I really enjoyed the sausage.
You know why I like this pairing? Because there's not only one element. There's a whole variety. So the whole pairing with, if you visit with this dram and that pairing plate, it's going to be a journey. It's going to be like an adventure to do it all. So, in the next video, we will say which one is our favorite. Yeah. Have you got a favorite already?
Oh yes, definitely.
I wonder if the blind tasting will...
Okay. Yeah.
Will the blind tasting give the same result? But we will reveal that in the summary video up next. Until then, slanja.
Slanja.